Genesis chapter 34. Dinah and Shechem. 1. Once Dinah, the daughter Leah had given Jacob, went out to meet the women of that land. 2. Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, governor of that region, saw her, seized her, and raped her. 3. But his heart was drawn to Dinah, Jacob's daughter, and he loved the girl and spoke to her tenderly. 4. So Shechem went to say to Hamor, his father, "Get me that girl to be my wife." 5. When Jacob learned that his daughter Dinah had been dishonored, his sons were in the field with the flocks, so he waited quietly until they returned. 6. Then Hamor, Shechem's father, went to talk to Jacob. 7. When Jacob's sons returned from the field and learned everything, they were deeply saddened and angry, because Shechem had committed a shameful act in Israel by lying down with Jacob's daughter, something that is not done. 8. But Hamor said to them, "My son Shechem has fallen in love with your daughter. Please give it to him to be his wife." 9. Marry among us, give us your daughters, and take ours for yourselves. 10. Settle among us. The land is open to you, inhabit it, trade in it, and acquire property. 11. Then Shechem said to Dinah's father and brothers, "Grant me this favor, and I will give you what you ask of me." 12. Increase as much as you will the price and the gift for the bride, and I will pay what you ask of me. Just give me the girl for a woman. 13. Jacob's sons, however, falsely responded to Shechem and his father, Hamor, for having Shechem dishonor Dinah, their sister. 14. They said, "We can't do that. We will never give our sister to a man who is not circumcised. It would be a shame for us." 15. We will give our consent to you on one condition, that you become like us by circumcising all males. 16. Only then will we give them our daughters and be able to marry theirs. We will settle among you and be one people. 17. But if they do not agree to be circumcised, we will take our sister and leave. 18. The proposal seemed good to Hamor and his son Shechem. 19. The young man, who was the most respected of all those in his father's house, was not slow to fulfill what they asked, because he really liked Jacob's daughter. 20. So Hamor and his son Shechem went to the gate of the city to converse with their fellow citizens. And they said, 21. These men are of peace. Let them dwell in our land and trade among us. The land has plenty of room for them. We can marry their daughters, and they marry ours. 22. But they will only consent to live with us as one people on condition that all our men are circumcised, like them. 23. Remember that your flocks, your possessions, and all your other animals will become ours. Let us then accept the condition for them to settle in our midst. 24. All who went out to gather at the gate of the city agreed with Hamor and his son Shechem, and all the men and boys of the city were circumcised. 25. 3 days later, while still in pain, 2 sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, brothers of Dinah, took up their swords and attacked the city unawares, killing all the men. 26. They killed Hamor and his son Shechem by the edge of the sword, took Dinah out of Shechem's house, and departed. 27. Then came the other sons of Jacob and, passing through the bodies, plundered the city where his sister had been dishonored. 28. They took possession of the sheep, the oxen, and the donkeys, and all that was in the city and in the country. 29. They took the women and children, and plundered all the goods and everything in the houses. 30. Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, "You have put me in great trouble, drawing upon me the hatred of the Canaanites and the Pharisans, inhabitants of this land. We are few, and if they join forces and attack us, my family and I will be destroyed." 31. But they replied, "Is it okay for him to treat our sister like a prostitute?